Good evening. My name is Norma Angelica Siriaco Rosas. I'm majoring English. So today I have the topic understanding Mexican Spanish pronunciation and a practical guide for English speaking students. As my objective will be identify the vowels and consonant differences between English and Spanish, Mexican Spanish, practice pronunciation and common words and phrases. As you can see, I have a chart with the comparative of some consonants in English and Spanish. Uh, the students will practice the vowels, that's the tongue and the mouth, and they will learn about the differences with the 5 vowels in Spanish as in English. Tricky consonants, they will learn about that the 2 B's, like B and B in English, in Spanish we pronounce the same hard B, 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 as in banco, burro, and vaca. So we have the H, that the H in Spanish doesn't have, is a silent consonant, and in English is the sound of. As in the J, the consonant J, as in the sound is like H, as in jugo, juguete, etc., etc. And the double L, the sound is J, as in the Y in English. The double R that we have in Mexico, the Spanish, Mexican Spanish, is very hard, like a r, 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 like in perro or ferrocarril. And then we have the X that sometimes have the sound of sh, and other times it has the sound of sh, because in Mexico we can say Mexico, Mexico, or Mexico. And they will know that the Z, like in English is Z, and in Spanish we pronounce just S, like in Superman, zapato, sapo, zoológico. We don't make a difference in the sound. And students will practice and repeat these consonants. So now we have sample words and phrases like hola, ¿cómo estás? Sí, gracias. ¿Dónde está la escuela? And the students gonna practice that chart in order to increase their vocabulary, like saying buenos días, good morning, or nice to meet you, mucho gusto. So they will have the opportunity to practice those phrases. Now, my teaching strategy, I'm gonna introduce vowels and consonants with examples, and repetitions, exercises, games, and tongue twisters, like in the example that el que poco coco come, poco coco compra, como poco como poco como compra. Is very challenging. And we will practice words and phrases in pairs because they need to interchange and have the practice in pairs in the classroom. As in homework, they will have to record short phrases like in the previous chart. And now the materials that the teachers need to implement this activity, they are flashcards, like in example, with phonetic spelling, audio recording of native speakers, and a printable pronunciation chart. They need the students need to be familiar with all this material. And in real life application, we will practice asking for directions and buying tickets. As in the example, give instructions. We have to learn. The teacher is going to present the verbs and the common phrases in Spanish that that the students can practice the common situations in real life. And for example, we can play the scenario of the train station, and a student is going to buy a ticket to London probably, or ticket to Guanajuato, and so he needs to have the vocabulary to ask for that. ¿Dónde está la estación de tren? And recapitulating, uh, vowels are quick, but in this thing, so we have the Venn diagram as an example, how the Spanish and English compare, the Spanish sounds and then English, and in the middle, the things that they share, English and Spanish. Diphthongs, phonetic languages use the same alphabet and the same vowels, but they are grammatically equal but not in phonetic sounds. And they will practice pronunciation and comprehension. So the role plays, students will face situations in real life just to practice and acquire the Spanish language. Okay, this is it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.